Hey Kyle. Looks like you guys are headed to see Grandma, so have fun. Florida will be a nice change of pace for you guys. Starting to get quite hot here. It's like 90 yesterday, so already feeling it this morning. So your question was about, P4 or a top of backswing to P7 impact. So I want to give you, and I've been adding a little bit here and just kind of talking about some of the structure of all this in terms of how the golf club's being moved. But when I draw this up, so again, this is the baseline here, my toe line here. I take it back. Okay, now it's parallel. Now from here, it starts to trace. Okay, now it's at the top of the backswing, and I'm here. Now, coming down, I'm tracing, while my center's moving down and left, tracing. Okay, now the club's back on the hand path here at P6. Now from here is where it starts to work into impact. In here, bang, 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 bang. Now, you're starting to see that we can have some variations to this. For instance, if I'm standing closer to the golf ball, club more upright, that's going to change what this looks like when I trace this line up here. If I stand further away, longer golf club, it's going to change what that looks like up here and how that works coming down. A lot of guys are, interested in how to get the ball to draw. So what you'll see them do is, coming down, they want the path to be more this way, more shallow and underneath, so the hands are coming in from behind here. So that shifts where this path is out to the right. Now, if I had it obviously coming in this way, you can see how that shifts where this path is going in this direction. This is where I think Nicklaus had it set up the simplest, because his premise was one basic golf swing, and he would change the face alignment and his feet alignment to create different shots, but keep the one variable the same, being his golf swing. He thought that was the simplest way to do it. I don't want to be changing my golf swing around all the time, because then I've got all these different feels and all these different things to play with. He would rather, if this is the basic structure here, and if he was going to draw one, he would change this line here. Okay, now I'm set up here, and then he tweaks the face. So now his basic golf swing is now on this path, but the face is aligned down the baseline, and his feet are aligned where he wants the golf ball to start. Similarly, to hit a fade, I'm still aiming the face where I want the ball to, the start line to be, but the body and that one basic swing is now aligned to start left. So that's where Jack was with it. I see a lot of people today not really knowing that, you can stand closer to the ball to fade it, you can stand further away from the ball to draw it, to change the geometry of it all, to change the circle and the path of the circle. So think about Iron Byron. Obviously we have two legs. Iron Byron is a fixed axis point. The club is in a vise, and it works on the same arc. But think of Iron Byron, and then start to think of the arc from that perspective, and then the arc you're creating, and then the basic structure would be on the hands, up, on the hands, in impact, through, up to the finish. Okay, that's stock. Now, how do we want to vary that? I think it's simpler to do it the way Nicklaus does it. I don't like the idea of having to manipulate your hands and arms so much to get different paths and stuff. And obviously, the highly knowledgeable instructors know this. But you see, amateurs could get really confused by trying to put the club in all these different places, because, for instance, if someone's setup is incorrect, well, that throws all this stuff out the window, because then the body's reacting incorrectly, trying to realign itself, and you can't do any of this. So if you get the fundamentals right, which you have, setup's correct, grip's correct, athletic, balanced, then you can start to look at, okay, what's the basic structure of this golf swing? Then you add layer after layer after layer of all these different variations, how the body moves to all these different relationships, and then how we can get into Mac O'Grady's mind of 756 different golf shots. So it's kind of fun. It's fun to bump around into, you know, some of Mac's knowledge with 18 ball positions and all the different center of gravity movements stemming from the ground up. But from a basic perspective, I mean, Jack had the basic geometry, the fundamentals, and the simple stuff. So for him, it was more about playing golf and less about standing on the range trying to be smart. So anyway, have fun in Florida. I hope this helps. Happy to help. Thanks, buddy.